Good afternoon and welcome to TV Sapienta News Hour. My name is Oluchi Ojo-Bamidele. Starting with the news headlines, where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has urged African leaders to take up more responsibility for the development of the continent, pointing at the recent global shift as a wake-up call for Africa to become more self-reliant and competitive. Nigeria's National Committee has proposed a plan to return the country to civilian rule within 5 years under new guidelines that would limit political parties. And in sports, Eagles of Nigeria forward Odemola Lookman has expressed his displeasure following Atlanta manager Ian Pero's criticism in the aftermath of the side's 3-1 defeat to Club Brugge in the UEFA Champions League. In Anambra State, the government has trained representatives from 13 ministries, departments and agencies on the Solution Lens platform. The training, which took place at the Solution Innovation District in Awka, was organized by the Ministry of Budget, Economic Planning in collaboration with the Ministry of Information and the Anambra State ICT Agency in a move towards boosting digital governance and enhancing public service delivery. Solution Line serves as a direct communication channel between the government and its citizens, providing real-time access to government activities and promoting openness, accountability, and accessibility. Speaking after the training, the managing director of the Anambra State ICT Agency, Chukwemeka Fred Abata, highlighted the platform's significance in modernizing government operations, saying the training ensures that officers are well prepared to navigate the platform seamlessly and provide valuable responses to citizens. He added that the upcoming launch of the Solution Lens will enable full-scale citizen engagement, establishing the platform as a crucial tool for direct communication. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has urged African leaders to take up more responsibility for the development of the continent, pointing at the recent global shift as a wake-up call for Africa to become more self-reliant and competitive. Speaking at the representation of former military President Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida's autobiography, A Journey in Service, and the launch of his presidential library in Abuja on Thursday, President Tinubu noted that unfolding events in the United States and Europe indicates the need for Africa to rise to the challenge of nation building. The president acknowledged the sacrifices required to advance Nigeria and expressed appreciation for the patience and perseverance of the Nigerian people. He thanked General Babangida for inspiring his political journey, stating that without his leadership and reforms, individuals like him will not participate in politics. He applauded Babangida's role in fostering a new generation of bankers and politicians, noting that the launch of his presidential library is a testament of his legacy. The House of Representatives has resolved to investigate the recent allegations by U.S. Congressman Scott Perry that the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, funds Boko Haram activities and other insurgency groups in Nigeria. The House also set up a special committee to investigate the activities of non-governmental organizations in Nigeria, their real identities, sources of funding, and what they spend their money on, and report back in 2 weeks. The resolution followed the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance to the need to investigate the allegation by U.S. Congressman for allegedly funding Boko Haram and other international terrorist organizations sponsored by Inuwa Garba. Leading the debate, Garba said that the House observed that scores of patriotic Nigerians have expressed deep concerns over the activities of these NGOs who traverse the nooks and crannies of northern Nigeria, where the military dare not operate. He noted that the allegation, if true, raises serious national and international security concerns and questions about external influences on Nigerians' fight against insecurity, which has led to significant loss of lives, destruction of properties, and displacement of over 1 million citizens over the year. The House adopted the motion and mandated the House Committees on Legislative Compliance, National Security and Intelligence, Foreign Affairs and Inter-Parliamentary Relations and Defense to ensure compliance and report back to plenary in 4 weeks. In Kwara State, the government has assured the public of its commitments of reorienting average citizens against open defecation as it poses great threats to public health and safety. The General Manager, Kwara State Rural Water Sanitation Agency, Olorunfemi Oladipo, gave this assurance in Ilorin, the state capital, during a visit to Wara, the headquarters of Ilorin West local government, in continuation of the statewide engagements with key stakeholders to stamp out open defecation in the state. Addressing the people of the community, Oladipo hinted them that a combination of both local and state monitoring teams will be constituted with a mandate to ensure that every household in the state has at least one toilet to discourage open defecation. The General Manager reiterated government's commitment to improving people's access to potable water and sanitation, as well as call on key stakeholders to join hands with this administration. Ahead of the implementation of local government's financial autonomy, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission has expressed concerns over embezzlement in the local government system in the country. This is as the anti-graft agency announced plans to launch a new initiative aimed at promoting transparency and accountability at the grassroots level. In a statement by the Commission spokesman Damola Bakare, the ICPC chairman Musa Damu Aliyu, who disclosed this at a summit organized by the Gombe state government, lamented the deep-rooted issues of embezzlement, nepotism, contract inflation, and resource misallocation in local government administration. To address these concerns, the ICPC chairman outlined strategic measures that will be incorporated, which include enhancing financial autonomy, professionalizing local government services, encouraging citizen participation in governments, and strengthening institutional mechanism, enforcing existing anti-corrupt laws. Ali also disclosed that the ICPC had already commenced efforts to monitor and evaluate local government performance through regular audits, public reporting, and initiatives aimed at fostering greater citizen engagement in government's processes. Troops of Theater Command Operation Fasanyama and the Headquarters 1 Brigade Nigerian Army in Gusau, Zamfara State have been directed to sustain the onslaught and apply ingenuity in the ongoing military operations against terrorism in northwest Nigeria. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, gave the charge while addressing troops during his visit to the Theater Command of Operation Fasanyama in Zamfara State yesterday. General Oluyede commended the bravery and dedication of the troops and acknowledging their significant achievements in neutralizing several terrorist kingpins. He noted that many of the terrorists, particularly those affiliated with the Lakurawa group, have been terminated and are on the run due to the relentless efforts of the Nigerian Army in synergy with sister services and other security agencies. The Chief of Army Staff underscored the importance of collaboration between the military and the civil populace, stressing that their cooperation and support are crucial in enhancing operational effectiveness. The House of Representatives has called on the Nigerian Police Force and the Federal Road Safety Corps to arrest and prosecute individuals using fake vehicle number plates as part of efforts to curb rising criminal activities in the country. The resolution followed the adoption of a motion sponsored by Matthew Nwogo, who represents Abo Mbise and Ngobala Federal Constituency of Imo State, during Thursday's plenary session. Highlighting the significance of vehicle number plates in identifying vehicles and aiding security agencies in tracking suspects, Nwogo referenced to a Vanguard report of February 7, 2025, where the FRSC Lagos Sector Command are stating that most fake number plates used in crimes bear the tax of reputable institutions, including the Presidency, Nigerian Youth Council, and the Nigerian National Association of Nigerian Students. He noted that criminal activities such as one-chance robberies and kidnappings were often linked to vehicles with fake plates, with many victims suffering tragic fates at the hands of criminals. In this resolution, the House directed the FRSC in collaboration with the Nigerian Police Force to intensify efforts to arrest users of fake number plates and track down their manufacturers for prosecution. Also in Lagos State, the special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Transportation, Shola Giwa, has warned motorists against the use of fake vehicle identification numbers and the concealing of registration plates. Giwa highlighted the Lagos State government's stance against these infractions, emphasizing that they constitute a flagrant violation of established traffic laws and pose grave security risk to the state. He reiterated that no legal provision sanctions the use of counterfeit VINs or obscured number plates, warning that defaulters will be met with the full force of the law. The SA therefore urged motorists to immediately remove any covering from their number plates and cease the use of fake identification numbers. In Plateau State, the coordinator of Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, Kenneth Shawo, has vowed that the organization will intensify its efforts to rid the country of substandard products, which pose a significant threat to the health and safety of Nigerians. The coordinator made this known during the certificates presentation ceremony awarded to Shangsat Rice, a local rice brand produced by Plateau State by Shangsat Nigeria Limited. Shawo, who also disclosed that the organization has identified several areas where substandard products are being sold, said SON had begun to take decisive actions to clamp down on the products. He insisted that they are committed to ensuring that all products sold in Nigeria meet the required standards and will not tolerate any product that poses a risk to the health and safety of the citizens. The Niger's National Committee has proposed a plan to return the country to civilian rule within 5 years under new guidelines that will limit political parties. The plan, presented by a national conference composed of 700 community leaders, including members of the diaspora, was submitted to the junta. According to a report, the proposal suggested that all current political parties be abolished and replaced with new rules that will permit no more than 5 parties. During the 5-year period, the junta will remain in control, with junta leader Brigadier General Abdulrahman Tishani allowed to run as a candidate in the proposed elections. General Tishani welcomed the proposals and pledged to carry it out. Kenya has announced its willingness to assist in peace initiatives in Sudan, following accusations from Khartoum that Nairobi had infringed on its sovereignty by hosting a meeting for Sudan's paramilitary group, the Rapid Support Forces, RSF. Sudan, however, condemned Kenya's decision to hold a meeting on Tuesday, labeling it as an act of hostility, especially since it came just before the RSF was set to unveil a parallel government. The RSF Deputy Commander Abdurrahman Hamdan Dagalo led a Sudanese delegation at the Kenyatta International Conference Center in Nairobi, where he indicated that a major announcement would be made. In response, Kenya's foreign ministry emphasized its role in hosting numerous Sudanese refugees and its commitment to facilitating dialogue without any ulterior motives. The ongoing conflict in Sudan between the military and the Rapid Support Forces has resulted in over 24,000 fatalities and displaced more than 40 million people, approximately 30% of the population, according to the United Nations. Mexico's president warns the United States that her country will never tolerate an invasion of its national sovereignty and vowed fresh legal action against U.S. gun makers after Washington designated cartels as terrorist organizations. The remarks were the latest in a series of hitting back at the administration of Donald Trump, which has ramped up pressure on its southern neighbor to curb illegal flows of drugs and migrants. Mexico is trying to avoid the sweeping 25% tariffs threatened by Trump by increasing cooperation in the fight against narcotics trafficked by cartels in its sites. The 8 Latin American drug trafficking groups designated as terrorist organizations include Mexican gangs such as Jalisco New Generation and Sinaloa cartels, 2 of the country's most powerful and violent criminal organizations. But the designation, the President Claudia of Mexico said, cannot be an opportunity for the U.S. to invade their sovereignty. Claudia told a news conference that Mexico will expand its legal action against U.S. gun manufacturers, which our government accuses of negligence in the sale of weapons that end up in the hands of drug traffickers. And now to the world of sports. Super Eagles of Nigeria forward Ademola Lookman has expressed his displeasure following Atlanta manager Giampero's criticism in the aftermath of the side's 3-1 defeat to Club Brugge in the UEFA Champions League. Atlanta lost 3-1 to the Belgian Pro League outfit in the second leg of UEFA Champions League playoff tie, with the Italian club crashing out of the competition 5-2 on aggregate. Lookman scored the host's only goal of the game, but also missed a crucial penalty that could have spurred his team on to progress. Pierre, in his post-match reaction, blasted the Nigerian international for stepping up to take the penalty as he was not designated sport kick taker. Reacting, Lookman said being singled out for his penalty miss saddens him. And to wrap it up on the news, a reminder of our headlines. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has urged African leaders to take up more responsibility for the development of the continent, pointing at the recent global shift as a wake-up call for Africa to become more self-reliant and competitive. Niger's National Committee has proposed a plan to return the country to civilian rule within 5 years under new guidelines that would limit political parties. And Super Eagles of Nigerian forward Ademola Lookman has expressed his displeasure following Atlanta manager Gamperio's criticism in the aftermath of the side's 3-1 defeat to Club Brugge in the UEFA Champions League. My name is Oluchi Ojo-Bamidele. On behalf of the technical and editorial crew, I'm saying have a beautiful afternoon from TV Sapientia.